don't have confidence in men overcoming the secret combinations. I think we've passed the time when you can do that. I think the time was actually many years ago. We learn a lot 20 years after the fact. But you know, when a conspiracy happens, it just hardly ever anything comes out immediately. We're going to learn a lot more someday about probably Daniel Best and who killed him, and about Vince Foster. We know a lot more now because of that. But so what I'm saying is that we need to understand that the conspiracy is very, very powerful. Donald Trump is not going to stop it. And above all, don't believe anything that Q says. Q is an insider disinformation expert working for the deep state. And he is targeting you who believe in Donald Trump and you who believe in conspiracy. He has sworn up and down that in November, I guess it was the second week, that they were going to indict 35 big wigs. It never happened. And of course, does he have an excuse of why he didn't? Of course he's got an excuse to keep people believing. Hillary Clinton is never going to be indicted. Neither is James Comey. And neither are any of the other deep state, because they control the courts, they control the Justice Department. Even if they were indicted, they wouldn't get prosecuted. It's just like Judge Royce Lambert on the FISA court. Used to be a judge in the District Court of Washington, D.C. And Judicial Watch always goes before Judge Royce Lambert because he's very favorable to them. And he always lambasts the federal prosecutors and the judges for lying to him, but he never sanctions them. So you think he's on our side, but he never sanctions them. How else do you get on the FISA court unless you're an insider judge? The FISA court, do they ever question the government when they come up with them with an eavesdropping from NSA, illegal wiretap, and they want to get a warrant to go wiretap? Does the judge ever, where did you get that information you're bringing to me? No, they never ask. Because they'd have to tell them it was an illegal wiretap or illegal NSA spying, because we do everything. You know, the NSA tells you that we only collect metadata, right? You can't get the metadata without the content. It's all together. Oh, you can run it through a computer program to remove the content. You think the NSA does that? Come on. James Clapper says we don't spy on Americans. It's outright lying. That's the deep state. But remember, the deep state is not, as Sean Hannity thinks on Fox News, a bunch of Obama holdovers in the bureaucracies that are anti-Trump. That's not the deep state. That's what Sean Hannity, he doesn't believe in conspiracy. He won't ever believe that the deep state took down JFK or MLK or RFK or TW-800, etc., and covered up those things, let alone 9/11. Neither does Rush Limbaugh. He used to believe in conspiracy, but when he got that first big $1 million contract with a big radio, he started to excoriate his own followers. But last week, you talked about that with me. I don't believe in that stuff. That's what happens when you join the dark side. So you've got to watch out for people who pretend to be conservatives like Fox News. Now, the only one who's really legitimate that I like on Fox News is Tucker Carlson. And he may not last long. He's under more and more fire all the time because he's just really someone who, he knows he has to be careful. You watch how he doesn't ever mention the conspiracy word. Boy, you get the message. He's really questioning them. Boy, he was the only one to take the government to task for claiming that Assad did chemical weapons that justified this last one. Why would he do that, he said. Absolutely correct. Why would he do it when everybody's watching? What good does it do? Why gas civilians? When you know the whole United States and everybody else is going to attack you, you'd have to be insane. This guy's a mild-mannered, medically trained doctor. He's not stupid to do chemical weapons. He isn't. It's the US-backed rebels that are doing chemical weapons provided by Saudi Arabia. All false flag stuff.